I try to give Microsoft credit where credit is due, even though a lot of people just, kind of portray the idea that I don't. And I think, and basically one of the reasons why they say this is because they think that I'm so anti-Xbox, despite the fact that I constantly, tell them that I still play Xbox. I like Xbox. I just, wanted better from Xbox. And so many people get up in their feelings about that. And, maybe one day I'll do a video a little bit more about it. But again, I do think that it's going to be very interesting to see how, this sort of plays out with Microsoft getting so much good news and Sony kind of just keeping everybody in the quiet. I don't really know. Like, yes, there are some interesting sides to this where, Microsoft has some games coming out the second half of the year, but literally haven't really released a AAA in almost 2 years, and how people suddenly forget that and then are jump on PlayStation if it does turn out to be that, Horizon Forbidden West is actually delayed. So if that is the case, then Microsoft definitely has the better second half of the year. But that doesn't mean that it negates what Sony has already done since the launch of the PlayStation 5 versus what Microsoft has done, which has been nothing with the Xbox Series consoles. Now, with that being said, I do want to say, hey, Xbox, I see what you're doing here, and I like it. You guys seem to finally be getting some balls there. I know you probably would never say that because it would be anti-feminist and assuming something or other. I don't even know anymore at this point, but I do want to get into it. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys very much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for, all that you guys do. Please go ahead and, hit the like button. That's all I'm asking for. If you're a fan, hit the like button, share it out, maybe subscribe if you haven't already done so. It would mean a lot to me as well. Just in terms of what's going on with gaming and things like that. I like all the consoles. I think that everything is basically sort of in flux right now, and the reason being is just that that's how it is. Gaming and you got all this kind of pandemic and maybe more lockdowns, and I just think that the games are going to be slow in coming for everything, and that's just something we're all going to have to put up with from here on out. I like the fact that Microsoft is kind of stepping up their game a little bit, and in the process, they're also making, Sony look what I consider to be bad, which, again, that's on Sony for, kind of screwing themselves over a bit. You know what I mean? Like, they're the ones that are refusing to go out and talk about this stuff. So, there's two things here that I want to talk about in regards to Xbox. First of all, Xbox has a game stream confirmed for Gamescom for August 24th, which is a couple weeks away. They promise this update for first-party and third-party games coming to holiday Xbox releases this year and beyond. So the end of the month, we'll see Gamescom returning as a virtual show once again. And as previously confirmed, Xbox is going to be one of several big names confirmed to have a presence at the show. Now, Microsoft has announced exactly when to expect a dedicated Xbox stream. The Xbox Gamescom stream has been confirmed for August 24th and will be streamed at various times depending on where you're at, and will be hosted by the yellow chair guy Paris and Kate Yeager. Microsoft says you can expect in-depth updates about previously announced first-party and third-party titles, including upcoming Xbox Game Pass titles. Of course they would. They would never do a show without that. And games confirmed to be coming this holiday. With Forza Horizon 5 and Halo Infinite being the big Xbox games for this holiday season, we could probably expect to see updates on those two. Perhaps we'll get an Xbox Halo Infinite release date at last. Meanwhile, on August 25th, we're going to be getting another major showing with Gamescom opening night, hosted by Jeff Keighley, which will be about 2 hours long and promises to be quite a packed event. So this is something that Sony hasn't said they're not going to be at, but we can just tell you that they're not going to be at it. They're not going to do anything regarding this. Are they going to do something with their own? Who knows at this particular point, but I think, they're probably trying to figure out what their plan is for releases and things like that, and that makes sense. Why not go ahead and try your best to get everything kind of up to snuff and see where you're going to be. No sense in announcing something too early or canceling something if it's not going to be canceled. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, for me personally, if Horizon Forbidden West is canceled, or I mean not canceled but delayed, then it's delayed. It just kind of is what it is. And at the same time, us as fans are going to have to kind of just deal with it and kind of move on and understand that it's going to be delayed for a reason. So, but Microsoft doing this and making these announcements, just kind of makes a lot of sense for them. You know what I mean? It's playing to their strong point. Because right now, Microsoft is all about being the good guys. And, when you're the good guys, you do good guy things. And you get people on your team. And you're like, yeah, hey, look at us. We're the good guys. The other thing outside of Gamescom, which obviously Sony's going to say they're not going to be at, which is going to make people go batshit crazy for the Xbox once again, is this news of Hellblade getting remastered. Re-optimized for the Xbox Series X and S. From Ninja Theory, they've added enriched visuals, DirectX ray tracing, resolution mode, and more. Again, though, they aren't doing this on other platforms, meaning PlayStation 5, which is obviously exactly what should be done. Like, why would they do anything for this game on PlayStation 5 when Microsoft owns the IP now, and they're trying to get things to improve for their own platform? So for me personally, I love this move. I think it's smart. I don't think it's a bad move. I don't think it's anti-consumer. It's very pro Xbox, which is what I say when people talk about moves that Sony makes in regards to getting games out there or buying games or content or whatever. All these companies do it. It's very pro whatever they are. It's not anti anything. So 4 years on from its original launch, Ninja Theory's action-adventure title, Hellblade: Senua's Saga, has received a dedicated optimization for the Xbox Series X and S, adds DirectX ray tracing, boosts enriched visuals, and also features a resolution mode, among other bells and whistles. And they actually put out a new trailer for it, which I will link in the description. With little to no fanfare, this definitely comes as quite a surprise, but as the meme goes, a welcome one. Hellblade was already an excellent looking game back when it first came out, so the promise of an even more technically impressive vision is a very good one. With Hellblade 2 currently in the works, but still a ways off, can you believe there was a time that people argue with me that Hellblade 2 was going to be a launch game for the Xbox Series X? Like, people really thought that. And people called me a liar when I said Hellblade 2 wouldn't come out before 2023. They called me a liar. Honestly. They said I was way off and that I was crazy. Anyway, with Hellblade 2 currently in the works but ways off, this should serve as a nice appetizer if you haven't played the first game. Again, this is cool, but this is like the second time they've enhanced this game now, right? Like, the game was enhanced for the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, and it looks great. Like, honestly, it does. Like, what this small team, I think, what was it, under 20 people? Might have been under 15 people that made the first game over like a 4-year period or whatever. They had the idea to do a game that looked AAA in terms of visuals, but obviously, wasn't really a AAA, and they accomplished that. Now, graphically, it looks fantastic. The combat is where they really kind of came up short, in my opinion, where they didn't really kind of nail it. I wish they would have, but again, this is just something that you can't really kind of, say either way. For my money, though, the looking puzzles were a killer for this game. Like, absolutely take you out of the moments. Anytime you have to go around looking for scenery and zone in on it for, like, just, oh my gosh, just, I did not like that. I think it was terrible. Now, is there hope for Hellblade 2? Yes. Like, just because Hellblade 1 had that doesn't mean that Hellblade 2 would have that. So my hope is that they go a different route and just go more traditional hack and slash. You could do some small puzzles, but they shouldn't all totally rely on looking puzzles, and I hope that they kind of go in more of a traditional hack and slash combat, because Ninja Theory does that very well. Like DMC that they did, I know that it's controversial, but I thought that they did a really fantastic job with that, and I like that game. And obviously they've done some other games as well that have utilized that combat style, so I don't understand why they wouldn't do that. But again, the other thing that people are talking about is the fact that this is a free upgrade, and people started throwing around the differences between Microsoft and Sony with Ghost of Tsushima. And once again, I feel the need to point out there is no option to $10 pay for an upgrade from PS4 to PS5 Ghost of Tsushima. There is only the option to buy the new 10 to 15 hour content, and that's it. They gave out a free upgrade already from PS4 to PS5 with that game improving the 60 frames and all that kind of stuff, unlocked frame rates and things like that. So they already did that. So I'll never understand the people that are saying otherwise. It's just one of those things that kind of doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, who says that you got to make sense of anything these days? It just honestly kind of blows my mind that people just, the things that they find to argue about. You would think that even things like Grassgate back in the day were more entertaining and a legit better reason to argue and have discourse than this. But I will say congrats to Microsoft for having a little bit of balls and sacking up a bit and getting this out there. It does make PlayStation have to go out there and do something at some point. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Fact 'em up. Crapgamer out.